Hey everybody, Earth Angel Heals here. So today I want to talk to you about copper. I want to tell you about its benefits and why I choose to work with it as my metal of choice when I create jewelry. I don't think that many people understand how amazing and powerful this metal is. I personally wrote some notes, so I'll be looking down at my laptop just to share with you some of the amazing reasons why you should also consider wearing copper jewelry and perhaps creating with it yourself, and just realizing its importance and the role that it plays in all of our lives. So I'll start with just sharing a little information about the beginning of my journey and why I chose it. I started creating jewelry in January of 2020, and I liked working with it because of how malleable it was, as well as cost effective. It's a very amazing metal to learn jewelry making with because you can create such beautiful designs at a low cost, and even if you don't want to resell it, it's a good price so that you can just continue to create with it for fun. And it's also just a great investment in general. So I started creating with this metal because before I even started creating jewelry, I didn't even wear a lot of jewelry. I would wear like something here and there, but I began piquing an interest in copper jewelry probably in 2019. I bought a ring from African Arts Festival here in St. Louis, and then in Jamaica I bought some jewelry from a friend that I met there, and he creates with copper and silver, and I bought some copper jewelry and I fell in love with it. I love the look, the style, everything about the metal. And yeah, I pretty much decided when I came back to America, because I spent 4 months in Jamaica, I decided when I came back to America I wanted to start creating, and I chose to create with copper. And yeah, like I said, I fell in love with it. So I'm gonna start reading some of the benefits that I have found that copper has given to my life. Let me show you this piece. This is a moonstone necklace that I created, and it's made out of copper. Well, the design is made, the stone is moonstone. But yeah, this is a copper piece that I create. And for those of you who do not know, I create jewelry and I sell it on my website and on Etsy. My website is evrthangel.com, and my Etsy is evrthangel.etsy.com, and I sell all types of things like lock jewelry like these, make some out of copper, and necklaces, all types of stuff. Head over there, support me. This is what I do full time. And without further ado, I'm gonna read some of the benefits of copper. So copper is a powerful metal that keeps us connected to the land, especially here in the Americas, and ancestral spirits as well as the natives. Now, many of us may have Native American within our blood. I personally do, and the natives here in the Americas use this metal quite often in everyday life, and especially in jewelry making. They also used it for spiritual adornments and ceremonial adornments, and throughout their ceremonial practices, because they understood the liveliness and the power, the spiritual power of this metal. So it is most abundant on American soil, with South America being leading number 1, and as well in Central and North America. So a lot of copper can be found in the Americas and mined here and distributed throughout the earth. I'm putting on my rings and tings, because I usually like to wear them. Blam. Bling, blam. Yeah. So the copper, it really helps with the mobility and dexterity of your fingers. We'll talk about that more, but just letting you see this as a visual. So yeah, as I said, copper is very malleable. It's one of the easiest metals to work with. And also Chile is the largest producer of copper within the world. It does not deteriorate and it lasts throughout the generations. So even though copper can change color, it can always be restored to its bright luster. You'll notice that it might change throughout, the week or depending on where you travel. But I will talk more about that later in these notes. So I say that copper keeps us spiritually attuned to our natural frequency of nature, and it helps us to keep a good pace and stay grounded. It is found underneath the ground. It is a very natural element that is not only in our Earth's crust, but it's also inside of us. Copper is ruled by the planet of love, Venus, and Venus controls our heart chakra. So for those of you who like the spiritual aspects of how you can connect to your jewelry or even to the clothes that you wear or just everyday things that you do in your life, copper definitely is a metal of love, helping us to receive the love as well as give it out to others. One of the reasons why I like to wear copper on my hands is because our hands are an extension of our heart. And so with it being an extension of our heart, the copper on your hands is directly connected, sending the currency straight to your heart. And there's some kind of quote that talks about how, what is in a person's heart is what they will do with their hands or through their actions. So I think it's pretty cool because it helps you to reflect love within your actions and throughout your whole life. There are other metals that we can use that have different planetary rulers. When I say planetary rulers, it's just like they're ruled by different planets in our universe. And yes, with copper being one of love, I definitely feel that when I create with it, it's very peaceful and therapeutic for me to create copper jewelry. With copper jewelry, I receive different vibes depending on which metals that I'm working with. Like on this finger, you can see that I have silver, that's sterling silver, and I even have some jewelry that I've made out of gold, which I will show you because I think I have it handy and dandy. So this is a necklace that I made that has 14 karat gold in it. Well, it's made from 14 karat gold wire, and I receive a different vibe with each metal that I work with, and copper happens to be my favorite. I'm not just saying it. Like, this metal literally chose me, and I chose it, and it's an honor for me to create with it. I feel like it's even really easy on my hands because of how malleable it is. Silver is a little bit firmer, a little bit harder to work with, so I appreciate copper a lot. And I appreciate Venus a lot. I love Venus energy. Venus is very much so a part of my life. If you guys know about astrology, I have a lot of Venus energy. My Venus is in my first house. My North Node is in Libra, which is ruled by Venus. So like I'm all about that Venus and love energy and connecting it to myself and the personal work that I do. So yeah, enough about that. If we keep talking about the spirituality part of it, I will go on and on and on. And if you like that, let me know in the comments. I'll create more videos about the spiritual aspects of copper. So yes, copper is a conductor of electricity. When we wear it as jewelry, it helps to keep us alert and it increases our awareness of our surroundings. I definitely feel more aware throughout my life and throughout my journey when I wear copper. It's always on me. I shower with these pieces like every day. I always am wearing my copper. If you know me and you see me, you know I always got my copper on. And I started wearing it at a pivotal part in my life and my journey where my awareness was increasing. And I can honestly say that my awareness increases every single day, but it's especially started increasing in 2020, well, in 2019, leading up to 2020 and beyond, right? So